call him Chiraq. Hey, them threats, shorty. Like we don't gonna do the threats. We don't play, but don't ever think you can put no money on no nigga here from Chicago, nigga, cause it ain't about no money down here.
It's easy to find you, blood. Period.
And you see, you ain't hard to find, nigga.
Period.
With all the internet, man, feel me? It's just that nigga put my name in the songs, bro. Them tweets wasn't even about him, you feel me?
Bro, don't say nothing about my shorty, bro. Period.
I'm on paperwork right now, you feel me? So we don't even play them type of games, bro. Ain't nobody gonna put no money on nobody here, none of that, bro. A nigga just need to holler at me on the phone. I need me and him to talk, you feel me?
All right, listen. So we got this is what we gonna do. Listen, understand this. Understand this though, Soulja. Now that a motherfucker got a direct on you, right? Like we in Cali right now, right? Once we get back to the city, we gonna run it by shorty. But as for now, we gonna cease the bullshit though, especially the threats though. You feel me?
Nah, that's dead. That's dead. You see, that ain't even on my Twitter no more. We ain't even coming like that. You feel me?
All right, well, this is what we gonna do. Like I just told you, man. We in Cali right now. We'll be back in the shop Tuesday morning. Once we get back in the shop, we gonna get a tune with shorty. And then we get a tune with shorty, we gonna hit you back up. And we'll go from there.
Alright, say no more, big homie.
All right.
Zach TV1, man, who do we have in the building today?
Got your boy Mr. Whole Thing, man. BOE Entertainment, man.
You got your boy D.NASH, now also Mr. Whole Thing, the Soulja boy checker, clarify about, you know, the situation in Chicago and how we not gonna let any outsider come into our town and dictate anybody's pace here.
Whoa, hold on. So you, Whole Thing, the man that put Soulja Boy in his place.
Absolutely.
Man, you too cool, brother. On the video, you wasn't that cool, man. How did that all transpire? How did you end up putting Soulja Boy in his place? You treated Soulja Boy in the world synced it, man, for him. How did you, what happened, man?
Well, actually, I am cool. I'm a humble person. You know, I was just fired up with that situation. But that was something that happened naturally. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't planned. It wasn't staged. It happened naturally. You know, me and some other mutual friends, we riding around in California. We was up there on some other business, and the subject came up about the Rico Recklezz and the Soulja Boy situation, you know? So, I'm driving, and then they like, oh yeah, well, he went on Twitter and put X amount of dollars on Rico Recklezz' head. I'm like, what? Who did what? So now I'm feeling some type of way. And just so happened, somebody in the vehicle was like, man, shit, I got his number. I'm like, yeah, well, FaceTime, so I had him FaceTime him. He didn't pick up. They say, man, he ain't pick up. I say, well, do this. Send him a message and let him know that he ain't in no position to be putting no money on nobody here from Chicago, and he needs to be calling his phone back immediately because he ain't hard to find. And they shot the text out, and when they shot the text out, 2 minutes later he called back. And that's the beginning of the phone conversation from right there.
Did you know it was being recorded?
Absolutely not. So
that wasn't for the camera, that was real genuine?
Yeah, I had no idea about it being recorded. Even when the video got dropped, you know what I mean? I didn't give permission to none of that, you know what I mean? But I didn't oppose to it either. But I do want it to be clear that it was not about checking Soulja Boy. It wasn't just about Chicago and anybody feeling like they're gonna invade Chicago or come and harm somebody in Chicago when it's cool. It ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? It's just not happening.
Exactly.
So even though you guys may be from different sets or different parts of the city, Chicago stick together, huh?
That's how I feel. You know what I mean? Like, the best way I can explain it, like I've been saying, is that's like me and D.NASH. We gonna have our differences in our circle. You know what I mean? But we gonna get over it. But I'll be damned if somebody harm D.NASH in front of me, or he allows somebody to harm me in front of him.
Okay.
It just ain't happening.
What he's saying is you got to keep it in-house.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? What Chicago problems is, Chicago got to keep them in-house. You know what I'm saying? The thing about it is, it's like this, man. Ain't not just one king of Chicago. It's many great men that make this city great. And there's many women and men that did sacrifices and died. There's people in the federal penitentiary with life sentences to make us be able to go from Chicago and go anywhere in this world. And as soon as you say the Chicago name, you is accepted like a king. So that's what we trying to get back to in Chicago. Unification, bro. You know, when people do these interviews, man, if somebody asks you about a Chicago artist, just say, man, I love everything about my city. You know what I'm saying? We got to get back to unification, because if we don't, it's gonna make us look weak. We are a balanced people. Chicago is a gangster and a gentleman town. We know when to turn our gangster all the way up, and we know how to turn our gentleman all the way up. But it's a balance, and we know it. And with whole thing, it really wasn't a check-in. You know, that's a negative connotation. It really was a clarification of how we move in Chicago, how real men move in Chicago. And it's a checks and balances. It's just, how dare you come in a world, out to the world, and say you got $100,000 on anybody here in Chicago, like, and anybody in Chicago to be in agreement with that. That's just crazy. And if you know anything about it, he's not gonna pay that money anyway. Because first of all, he just indicted himself. Go do that murder and go try to get that money if you want to. It don't make sense. It's comedy. It's the WWF. And the whole thing just brought some clarity, and I'm so proud of my little brother the way he did it, you know, because he showed what a well-balanced man is in Chicago, and I'm just proud of him, man.
Man, that's super dope, brother. Have you guys reached out to Rico Recklezz about this?
That's a little bro.
I just talked to him this morning, you know what I mean? I just talked to him this morning, and I'm so real, I got a lot of people reaching out to me, you know, about the situation. But my thing is that it's not about me, and it never was about me, so we ain't gonna make it about me. I'll let Rico make his call, you know what I mean? But I just talked to him this morning, so he know what's going on, and when it's a time and place for everything, and when the time and place come, he gonna reach out to him himself. We still got the number.
Wow.
You know, we handling shit like men, bro. Ain't no time for no kitty shit. If you got a nigga number, call him. That's it, and that's all. And that's all the whole thing did. We ain't go on no Twitter, Instagram. We ain't that type of dudes. If I got a personal relationship and I can give you some clarity, because maybe you around the wrong people that may not represent our city in the right way. Maybe you may be making that mistake. But when a real dude call you and it's a clarification, man, you can't do nothing but accept it. And the young man accepted. Kudos to him. Because it could have went crazy. It could have went crazy. Because, you know, for all that we do on the gentleman's side, it's a lot of gangster here too. You know, ain't nobody, anybody can get it anywhere, bro. Ain't nobody, at any given point, people lack. At any given point, you slip up. You may go to the daycare, grab your kids. That's a lack. You know, you may do this or may like a girl or whatever. You may like your mama too much and go to her house and something happened to you. So with that being said, man, it's just time to get back to the grown man and things. If you got a person number, call them.
Was y'all thinking like, hold up, I need to reevaluate myself. We in LA and I'm speaking to Soulja Boy out of turn. So y'all, you didn't care about that.
Hell no. When was you in LA or y'all was in Oakland?
It was in Oakland, actually.
Yeah,
Oakland,
and we got people in
San Francisco,
yeah.
San Jose.
Nah, we went.
And you know, like, my whole thing is
we was protected.
We flew down there, you know what I mean? So knowing that we flew down there, you know, we ain't had no pole, no banners, none of that.
Nah, y'all had some people that
we got people that's gonna pull up when we pull up and we say we here and we protect it. It's hospitality. You know what I mean? Point blank period. Like, by no means at all do I promote violence. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, it definitely wasn't about Soulja Boy.
And Rico Recklezz.
This is Soulja Boy. Like, so it wasn't like, you know, you don't get no point for nobody like that. Like, that's somebody baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He a kid. And I actually got a phone call today and say, well, what if he called and said he want to do a song with you? I'm like, it ain't gonna happen.
Right.
I don't care how much money involved, it ain't gonna happen. Mainly because I'm authentic and I rap about my life, and he ain't lived my life, can't walk in my shoes, and none of that. So what could we possibly make a song about? And I ain't finna be running around dancing. So man, what could we make a song about? It just ain't gonna happen, you know. So we was in California on business, and like I say, the conversation just came up. And then when I heard this, he put the money on little bro head. that rubbed me the wrong way.
Wow.
Yeah, so you know that's just what it is, bro. And you know it's a new Chicago, man. You know, I don't know what people thinking. You know how they been representing it. You know, me being in affairs for 8 years, me having conversations with Bump J. You know, one of the reasons that California was so lovely to them in Oakland was because of my connections with one of my brothers that was incarcerated with
Absolutely.
me. Shout out to Els, you know,
Absolutely.
Ali Bo, and all my Oakland family, you know, and that was a bond that was forged in the worst of the time of my life, which was one of the federal pens I was in. And anything that I do is an extension to my family, and he couldn't be no closer to me if my blood ran through him. And they was going to Cali. I made the call, and you know my people are who they say they are. You know, and we just got real dudes around this country, and it's time for real dudes to form this thing like Voltron. I mean, it seemed like in our town, all the suckers know all the right people. You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
they feeling like, you know, they gatekeepers. I ain't never been no gatekeeper.
I'm glad you touched on
Man.
because we got too many, and I love this city. We got too many of the guys around here that's groupies, man. Point blank, period. Groupies, straight groupies, man. It's like, oh, I got such and such on the line and this and that. And it's like, come on, man. Like I don't play that. I don't like that groupie stuff, especially when you're a man. You know, that says something about your character, man. And it's actually an insult to Chicago for a man to act like he in a position of power, but low key he a groupie. Because I'm gonna call him out on it. And y'all know I will.
Yeah, so we
To you groupies.
We just created
that I've
new
been counting.
Chicago, man. You know, my whole thing, if you leave Chicago and you go get access based on you from Chicago, you should bring it back. If you go get knowledge and you go get wealth, I feel like you should have an obligation to bring something back to the village. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as you say you from Chicago, it opened doors in Miami, opened doors in Atlanta. You know, the big homie Cap One, you know, JoJo Capone, you know, a lot of them have made a lot of great moves in our city. And what I like to say to them, man, come on back home and let's get that knowledge and get them resources and build our community again. You know what I'm saying? Build up Chicago, because right now, man, the industry ain't coming back to us for this drill music. Just ain't. Chance the Rapper is what's hot in Chicago, and he just sold out White Sox Park. They ain't coming back for the drill music. So, you know, a lot of this is just rebooting the computer. The computer ain't puting no more, man. It's not, you know, it's not. The thought process in our city is way off, man. We done went to so much savagery and so much Chiraq. You know, you got to be careful with one, what you call yourself, and two, who you answer to. It ain't your name until you answer to it. You know, they done called our people so many different names, man, but I ask America and I ask the black community, what do you call yourself?
So, Mr. Whole Thing, man, would Soulja Boy ever be accepted back into Chicago?
I mean, if I got to answer that, I don't see why not. But as I said, this ain't my beef, so that ain't call for me to make it, because Mr. Whole Thing ain't gonna be everywhere all the time.
Okay.
And you might have certain people who feel a certain way, so I could say yeah, but somebody else might have their own position like no. So
Right.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I ain't gotta. I mean, it's Soulja Boy, come you.
Come you!
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Frank that.
But when he do get here, if he ever do get accepted back into Chicago by the other parties involved, you gonna respect this house. Take your shoes off at this door. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Don't use no foul language. Take your head off at our table, and that's what it is. You know what I mean? Treat this house with some respect.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So what's next for you, man? How could the people follow Whole Thing? Because I heard that you're a rapper
Got
too,
some new
man.
music, man.
Yeah,
I heard that, man.
I'm working on rap. I'm working on being an artist. I ain't a rapper, but I'm working on being an artist. And I got a mixtape that I'm working on right now. It's called I Am the Streets. And I actually got a single right now that's finna drop like any day called Streets. And I got another song like probably gonna drop 3 weeks after that with another video. So I'm just working, man. You know, and I got actually my whole mixtape is only one producer. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chase Davis.
Yeah.
I sat down with Chase, and actually, it's the brothers around me that empowered me to do what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, Chase just came to me and said, man, listen, you know, you've been working on KJ. Shout out to KJ the God. You know, that's my artist, BOE Entertainment. And he said, man, you've been working on KJ, but, man, give us some of you know, so. Right. And he been telling me that for years. So the people around me, they empowered me to do what I do. You know, my brother right here, you know, he got on the Greyhound bus for me, man. I told him, I said, if you go to Atlanta, man, because you believe in my dream, you go there, I'll be there the next day. And that's what happened. You know, even when I go and hit these other cities, he make the calls. All I got to do is show up. So it's a roadmap for me. I've been blessed to have good brothers around me. You know what I mean? And that just make me go hard. So, like, the mixtape finna be crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, man. And I told him, at one point he was putting auto-tune on his voice, right? So when we did this event for Adventures Music, right? This is a platform that Chris Gotti, Herb Gotti brother got going on. And I with a few other brothers, I did the event. And I was always telling them, don't put no tune on your voice. So when Chris Gotti heard it, he said, man, he a mixture between Scarface and some other rapper, right? Like a Jada Kiss. That's the type of voice he got. And it's so unique. You don't need no tune on that, man. Give him what you are. And it's just been working for him. And he genuine. Everything in his rap is real.
And it's easy.
And it's easy for him.
Like, it's easy because I just talk about my life, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I talk about what I did last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what I'm gonna do tonight, or what we did last week, you know. So it's like I literally, honestly, and anybody in the room will tell you, it's just the honest to God truth. I could probably write a verse in 10, 15 minutes, be done with a whole song in 30 minutes. Just, I mean, as he making a beat, and it's over with, because I'm just talking about my life, really. You know what I mean?
Where you from, brother?
I'm from Chicago, Illinois, man. Stateway Guards, the low end, 39th.
Oh, you from the project,
man. I'm from the PJs, man.
Oh,
the PJs,
35th,
man.
y'all shit. 35th.
38, 33 South Federal to be exact. 407.
Dig.
Oh, man. So you got a lot to talk about, man. You come from the real Chicago. You come from Chicago, not Chiraq, Chicago.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
17 floors, enough
Exactly.
chaos, love, respect. You know, you have to respect the project.
And that's where my mentality at. You know what I mean? Like it's rare that it's still dudes out here left like that. You know, but I grew up when it was structure in every neighborhood. In every organization, there was structure, and we had rules to follow. You couldn't just run wild. You know what I mean? This place became a zoo. You know what I'm saying? But it's zookeepers now, baby. So
yeah.
we gotta get it together. You know what I mean?
Was back in them cages.
For
all
real,
your
for
little
real.
hyenas, all that, man.
I don't like to see these young brothers hurting each other. You know what I mean? And we reach out to them, and they know my position on it. Like anybody that I'm in tune with, and I'm in tune with probably almost every camp.
Hold on. So y'all know some of the rappers out here?
Well,
Like who? Name a few.
Oh man,
Louis, Dirk.
I was gonna say the Mubu camp, OTL, like excuse me, like them the homies. You know what I'm saying? No Limit,
Rico Recklezz,
everybody,
Soulja World.
everybody. But I make my position clear. You know what I mean? Like that. I don't promote it, and I got some people be like, man, well, you know, but man, bro, you going over there? You know, I can't be over there. Ooh,
That's
ooh,
cool.
ooh. But here's something that I want to explain to them: that I don't have an op in the city of Chicago. I don't have an op in Cook County Jail. I don't have an op in no penitentiary, federal. I don't have an op because bosses don't have ops. I got to be able to go anywhere at any given time to sit at a round table. And that's what bosses do. Exactly. I'm a boss, you feel me? So I don't have no op. Now, I'm not saying that the people that got ops don't have like a boss mentality, but they not executing it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what the whole thing was about, putting Rico and Ide in the room together. You understand what I'm saying? That was a big move, and can't know anybody do that. You feel me? You got people that